So first thing we're going to do is we want to hear from Santiago and Sam with Story Saplings. Story Saplings.
Good morning. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to pay attention to our presentation. We are Story Saplings, a nonprofit organization that focuses on childhood early education. I'm Santiago Bonilla.
And I'm Samantha Gonzalez Merchant.
And this is our nonprofit organization. So, our story. So, we first started as a group of high school students, mainly four. The other two sadly couldn't be here. And we're a group of friends that are really into reading as a hobby. And we took the time out of our days a couple months ago to discuss with our friends, like, hey, what books do you guys like to read? None of them said that they liked reading, like at all. And that was really concerning because we're in high school. We're taking high difficult classes that are based around reading, like college courses about literature or language, and none of them enjoy reading. And then we took the time to research, and this is happening in lower levels, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, and no kid likes to read anymore. So we decided to make this organization to share this blessing that we have of literature with other children, because if literacy rates keep dropping, our professionals in the future, our lawyers or doctors, will not know how to operate. They will not know how to read textbooks. They will not know how to read courtroom cases or case analysis for medical files. So that's why we made this organization.
So what's the problem? Reading isn't interesting anymore. And I know what you're thinking. Of course it is. But children do not think it is. With social media, the internet, having iPads, kids don't like reading. They don't find it something that they want to do. And adults just don't promote it. I know that my mom doesn't read, and trust me, she did not promote it to me as a kid. But my dad, he absolutely adores reading. He would go out with me, buy me books, and promote the act of reading. And that's why I've become so passionate about reading today. We found out that the lack of reading and the lack of access to books disproportionately impacts foster youth, low income, and under-resourced communities. But we want to change that. We think that by creating this and elevating our community, we're going to be able to promote reading and create the professionals of tomorrow.
So the statistics, to expand on the problem that Sam brought up, according to, in 2022, there was a study done that found that only 33% of 4th graders read at or above grade level. That means that 66%, and even with a little decimal or more, which is 6 or 7, it means that they don't know how to read at their own level. That is incredibly concerning because, again, these are our professionals in the next 20 to 30 years, and they don't know how to read textbooks. What are we going to do as a society if our doctors and lawyers don't know how to operate in the workforce? It's going to be incredibly dangerous. That is why we have to act now and foster reading amongst the youth.
So our solution is to make reading accessible again. Now, of course, libraries are free and people can go there, but it doesn't have the inherent, the beautiful idea of having your own book in your own home. In my house, I have a library of over 100 books, and that cannot beat the fact of going to a library and taking the books, right? So our solution, having book drives, giving book donations, and having readings with kids to make them actually want to read and promote the art of literature. So our team is, of course, Santiago Bonilla. He's our head of research and outreach. Talia Mickey, who is not here, our head of fundraising, and me, our head of social media.
So, onto the project overview. We run in 4 different departments that, again, that's outreach, social media, marketing, and field work. So, outreach and research, those are my departments. Outreach focuses on actual field work, sending volunteer students to foster care homes, homeless shelters, to donate these books to these people that don't have access to them. Again, like Sam was saying, reading has become too expensive, with stores like Barnes & Noble selling books for $35 each. Like, people in lower level communities don't have access to literature anymore. That is why we go to these centers and donate them completely for free and work with libraries to make it accessible again. And then research. That is my other department that I run. Basically how research works is that we have student volunteers to go over each book and not only know that our stock is up to date, but also that each book is according to their reading level that they're supposed to be at, and that kids can actually read them and they are not inappropriate.
So funding, just like it sounds, Talia Mickey manages our funding. She goes through investments. She tries to talk to more people, and she manages our resources and our money, right? For social media, again, just like it sounds, I manage our social media, make sure our posts are up to date, that I make things that people actually want to watch and enjoy, so then they can further on actually read. We're going to be focusing more on posts that actually tell you to stop getting on your phone and start reading some more. Oh,
what happened?
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, okay. So our main objectives right now before December 2025, we want to increase literacy rates across OCPS. How do we measure this? By working with different school systems and measure, hey, from this point to this point in time, how much have reading test levels increased since we worked with you? That is how we get our measurements on if literacy rates have increased in schools. And then student involvement. Right now we have a team of over 50 student volunteers at our school alone working with us, but we want to have over 100 student volunteers by the end of this year. And our other two goals are donate over 1,000 books, again, by the end of December 2025, and increase reading test scores. I already expanded on that, how we take these measurements and apply them to our operations.
So why is this important? Imagine how your life would be without reading. It would be entirely useless. You read your texts, you read the news, of course you can watch it now, but everything, you need to read for it. Reading is an extremely important skill that if children do not develop at a young age, it'll be much harder to develop as an adult because of the fact that in our brains we have a learning period, critical learning periods, which are extremely important to get to. If we don't increase our literacy scores, we're not going to have an educated youth that can be the professionals of tomorrow.
So these are social media and our email. If you want to collaborate or want to reach out with any advice, you can reach out to my phone number. It's right on the screen, or our emails at any point you want. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to us.
Thank you, guys.
And I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
All right, great stuff. You know, do you guys understand that these two are in high school?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing project, very worthy goal, very big problem. So excited that you all are thinking about this.
Thank you.
Have you seen any statistics or any proof? Basically, do you all know what actually causes that reading grade level to go up in schools? Have you seen any research on that?
So particularly, we're pretty, well, okay, so this is from my research, and of course I feel like it's decent, but I want to research more. This is why we're doing this, right? But the art of reading and the promotion of reading is really important in actually driving test scores and literacy scores, right? So the idea that kids actually want to read will actually improve their literacy scores, because even if you're reading something like Percy Jackson, that I personally read and I love, Harry Potter, it increases your vocabulary and it improves upon your test scores. And not even only reading test scores, it can also improve your math, because a lot of math questions are actually just problems that you have to, you have 2 apples and then you divide them by 3 apples or whatever, right? So it's really important to actually promote reading in their free time so they can actually drive this into school. And how we do that is conversing with the parents, right? So a lot of the things that parents have to do is actually promote their reading to kids. And if we all just maybe had a day off of social media or a day off our phones, and we actually just focused on reading or having more family time, that would even improve their reading scores.
Great stuff. Sean?
You guys are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
At your age, very, very good. I want to help you guys out on this one. Number one reason for suicide, divorces, and dysfunctional family is poverty, illiteracy, and business failures. We are all in that.
Yeah.
And you guys are addressing at your age. I'm very proud of it.
Thank you so much.
I want to
That
help
means
you
a
out.
lot.
Other one is follow Khan Academy. You know Khan
Oh, we
Academy?
use it all the time. Yeah.
You can learn a lot from there. How to get where you are to where you want to go, and I will guide you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Any other questions?
Yep, I'll come back.
So I recently got the Acorns app for finances for my 3 girls. And I just thought about real quick, if you had a basic app, and I know you don't want to go too digital, but maybe for the parents, because in my situation, it will be, what are you reading again? or what should they read, and maybe a suggested list, a very simple app. The kids don't use this financial one. It was something that is tracked for the parents, but a suggested for this age, and it would send me a text message or a push notification saying, hey, check in on your kids. What did they read this week? Questions to ask about the books, right? So if you could look through the books, scan it through with AI, and say, what are the questions that the parents could ask of the children? Because it is some reinforcement of the home, right, that you need to teach with the parents. So maybe something for the parents.
yeah, of
That's just
course.
my quick
Yeah, we've been definitely
idea.
trying to integrate AI into our organization, since AI is such a huge thing in our world right now, especially with GPT-5 just coming out. We want to integrate AI to streamline the process of bringing the more reading into the home. So I really love that idea. I'm going to talk to not only Sam about it, but the rest of our team to see if we can make an app, because that is going to be the fastest way to reach out to the parents, definitely.
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for the suggestion.
Really quick, currently I know that Orange County particularly uses Beanstack. I'm not sure entirely how Beanstack uses for the parents themselves. I know that I use Beanstack just to track my reading because I'm a nerd like that. But I would actually like to go into research to that, and having our own app would be a great idea. Thank you.
Yes,
so
of course.
much.
No problem. Move over a little bit closer
Oh,
to
so
him.
the
Oh.
mic? Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
alright.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Do we grab the mic?
Nah, it's fine. Yeah.
You can pass it back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, awesome. Okay.
So it doesn't happen often, but I actually enjoyed that presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I feel flattered.
So the
Past presenter, let me tell you what I think of that.
hey, I've been a past presenter too. So there's tons and tons of opportunities for you here. I would suggest, one, partnerships. Try to find someone who you can partner with that can take you to multiple other levels. All right? Kindle or Amazon, for example, might be one. They've got numerous programs to help to partner with organizations like yours. So I would check with them, because if you can get Kindle support, right, to help kids read and learn and all that, using their phones, and you can set it up. The parents can set it up so it's only reading, right? But we would like to know more about, because if you're going to grow, it takes money to grow.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we would like to know more about the financial situation and how you plan on raising the funds that you need and what you're going to do with them.
Okay, I'll take that one. So currently we have made since we're a nonprofit that works with our school, we've done fundraising events with other students. The one I can think of, oh,
Yeah, so you're holding it.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Is this better?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
for
it's
the
fine.
video, not for the room.
Okay, awesome. So the one that I can think of at the top of my head is that we invited a bunch of food trucks that work in our area into our school during lunchtime. A lot of kids don't like to eat the school lunch because, to be frank, it's not the highest quality. So what we do with this funding is that everything goes into our operations. We don't take the money since we're a nonprofit organization. And whatever goes into, money-wise, into organization stays there, and it all goes into operations. We also fund it ourselves. For example, I have a part-time job outside of school, and for example, club shirts, club dues, everything I pay for on my own. So that is how funding has worked so far. I would like to take it to the next level and turn it into a company at some point to get proper funding, not only for us, but to make operations as effective as they can be. And of course, like you were saying, that takes money. And right now, what I've been thinking with my team is, for example, lesson plans that we can sell to schools. That is something I want to work on, definitely, with the use of AI and my classmates. Lesson plans, sell them to schools to effectively increase literacy rates amongst the youth. And schools will want to invest in this because, seeing higher literacy rates, higher test scores, they get more funding from the state. That's going to benefit them and benefits us. We get money out of it. And that's the next step for our organization. But so far as a nonprofit, we've only done free fundraising events. So that's how the money situation is right now.
Okay.
Have you talked to the boards of education? Obviously, they can be your biggest help and your biggest enemy also.
I believe we've emailed them. We haven't really gotten much.
Yeah. Since our-
You need
since
to
our-
get them on your side. If they're on your side, you're golden here, because they're going to look at your peers to a lot of their students, and that's going to help, because they're not. And they don't think like they do, you do. And that's a big help.
And if you develop lesson plans, you're going to want to get validation from
the higher
Right.
ups
The
definitely.
higher up saying, yeah, we agree with this, you want their endorsement.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah, it's not gonna.
We,
Definitely.
of partnerships, though, we were thinking that particularly Scholastic, since we're targeting mostly like younger kids, the big issue has been that since our email is pretty new, nobody will reply to us. So we've been trying to email them from our personal emails, and that's been working better. So we've been doing that pretty recently. So the partnerships is kind of the hard part, but we're gonna work on that. 100%. Yes,
Thank you so much for the
100%.
suggestions. Any other questions? Yes, of course.
I was just curious, have you done anything with the school board or even with your student body or just the local school that you're out of right now?
So we've worked with teachers before. We haven't done anything with the school board since, again, they basically don't want to cooperate with us. We send emails. No one really replies to us. We're in plans to work with representatives in the U.S. government, but the school board will not do anything.
Go
So
after the PTAs.
Oh yeah.
PTAs, definitely. Okay, I feel like that.
Superintendent as well. You singling one person out of the board or a superintendent, someone that is attainable, that does actually answer phone calls or emails, that might be your entryway, especially if they see whatever change you're doing in your own school.
Right.
Do something with the student body maybe.
Yeah.
One of our members, Talia Mickey, our fundraising lead, her mom is currently on the school board. It's pretty recent, so I'm pretty sure she's going to help us out. Thankfully, we have a connection there. We're going to try to develop it more, talk to the school board, settle, have a meeting, and then further discuss it.
Yes.
First, let me congratulate you real quick. This is a wonderful presentation, and I commend you guys for the cause that you're pursuing. This is really wonderful. It resonates with me greatly. Reason being is I'm a father of young children, young students that are going through elementary and middle school now, and I can see some of the challenges that exist in today's school system. My personal challenge has been with accelerated reader.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with it. I imagine you are.
A little
To
bit.
some extent. What I don't like about it is that they're not publicly available. In order to access Accelerated Reader, you have to go through the school system. Now, what I find unique that Accelerated Reader is offering is gamification. They provide actual scores. So you read a book, right? That's fine. But then you take a test, and that test awards you a score, which really gives you a sense of accomplishment.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't just read the book, but you score really well on that test. And that kind of keeps pushing you, from a student standpoint, it keeps pushing you to go forward and read more and perhaps earn a higher score. To your point, many students nowadays consider reading uninteresting, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But I'm thinking if you incorporate some level or some level of gamification into the whole process, that might promote more interest across the student body.
Oh, definitely.
As far as the the student board, I would strongly recommend you attend their public meetings. The student board has a public meeting at least once a month,
Right.
where all the superintendent, all the school board members are on site. You know, never mind email, never mind phone calls. Those are frequently unanswered. But if you show up at their public meeting and just walk up to them and introduce yourselves and tell them what you're about, maybe they'll give you an opportunity to actually give that presentation at the next school board meeting, which will give you a heck of a exposure. So
That's an amazing idea.
That's
a
what I
really
want
good
to
idea.
add.
We'll do
Thank
that,
you so
definitely.
much.
Thank you. We
For
didn't know it
the
was public.
for the
it's public. It's open to the public.
for the
Unfortunately, and I'll tell you, I've attended several of those meetings. Unfortunately, sad to say, but most of the time, parents show up and they complain.
oh yeah, they're like,
They
oh, I
complain
did
about
it.
little things, and they take the public forum and literally complain.
Yeah.
You guys have a heck of a cause to represent and to show, which would be so wonderful. Go for
Thank
it.
you so
We'll
much.
definitely do
Yeah.
it.
For the gamification, I actually think that's a wonderful idea. I also think that would probably which is our whole purpose, establish habits early on that could develop into their older life. And honestly, that's a wonderful idea. I don't think we had thought about that,
Yeah,
so
no,
thank you so
definitely.
much.
We'll do it. We'll do it. That's amazing.
So, real quick, with AI now, you could have a web app written in a week, if that long. You could write down your list of everything that you want. It could go out, create it. You could host it on your website. And with that app, you could include the gamification, all these things. So that is something that is really, really cool, that you guys could go through and put an app up. Now, before you go to the school board, before you go to these PTA groups, if you were to have that to where it's already existing, to where you already have it in place, to where you already have the foundation done, then that's a whole different world, because they're thinking, what are we going to have to pay for this? Or we're going to have to pay to help you get it done and everything else like that. The app creation, it's $20 a month for Claude or ChatGPT, and then or Google, and then you can write all that code.
Yeah.
And so your parents may even already have an AI subscription, right? The other thing is, how do you get your books?
So we usually get books by going to public library systems, and first off emailing them first beforehand, and then going see if they have a stock of books that they don't need anymore, and we collect them. Right now, at my house alone, I have over 100 books that I've collected over time from public libraries, and then my parents have a storage room with over 300 books that I've collected over the past couple months.
So
usually
the other solution there is, I had a friend who used to run a $1 bookstore. This is when I lived in Utah. He had about 100,000 books in that bookstore. Wow. And you can buy literally pallets of books for virtually nothing. And also, you can go to, like, I live in Oviedo, there's a little bookstore there. You can go in there and they will probably, the books that they have that they just can't move, they're, 25, 50 cents. You could either use a donation to buy some of those, or a lot of times these small bookstores, because of your cause, will just donate, and then they can put their label, donated by this bookstore.
Right.
Yeah.
And that way you're promoting them, and you're getting a lot more books. So there's a couple systems there. And so I'll talk to you about a couple other things afterwards.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we've got just one more question because of time. So, yeah, I know, I've got like a bunch of them on my way back.
Okay.
Well, to piggyback off that, there's a place in Castleberry called Bright Light Books. They sell used books, and
Let me
people,
ask this
in order
guy.
to sell their
Get
books,
back here.
they bring like a pallet of books, right?
Okay. Oh.
And they only take so many to sell, and the other ones they donate, so they can work
Oh,
down to
thank
get
you so
some.
much.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. We'll contact them definitely.
I'll talk to you later because I'm going to forget that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're so right. Oh, my God.
So you guys have a competitive advantage as far as being student-centered. You guys are still in school, and you guys have your peer group among you right now. So using your existing peer group and using platforms such as TikTok and Instagram to promote your actual business will actually spread faster than going to the school boards, because school boards and teachers and that's a whole different animal than what you guys are doing. So if you're in your own school promoting and actually using your own peers to create video that promotes what you're doing and the actual results that's happening because of what they're doing, other children or other students that in the peer group will more likely want to attract and do the same thing, versus being forced, oh, my parent made me do it, versus, hey, there's somebody that's my age that's promoting me to do it, and that's a more authentic way to get traction.
Great.
100%. So what we're trying to do is definitely, we already have our social media up. It's kind of new, so we have one video. You guys should all go watch it and like it. Yep. And share it with your friends. But we obviously want to target our peers, because these are the ones that are going to have more involvement than actually the parents. But I think it's important to target the parents, because in the end, since we're targeting such young children, we can't really go to them except if they're in school, right? So the idea is to target our peers so they can actually go into preschools and all that good stuff to have readings, promote reading, but also talk to the school board so they show the parents that this is an actual issue that has to be addressed.
Perfect. Well, thank you. One question real quick. What can we, as the Orlando community of 1 million cups, do for you? What's the biggest number one thing you'd like to get help for?
So the number one thing we would love to get help on is connections with people, higher ups in libraries, higher ups in educational systems like this OCPS system, libraries, the school board, even government. Anyone that has a high level in policy, especially, and having that connection to them would be amazing, since that is the mainly the only way we can actually make change in schools is through legislation. So if anyone in the 1 Million Cups community can help us with reaching out to school board members, teachers, representatives, that'd be amazing. That'd be great.
All right, thank you very much. Great job. Good job.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we're going to hear from Miss Jamelah Tucker with Easy Peasy.
Thank you. Good morning. So I'm Jamelah Tucker. My sister, Dorielle Tucker, is. I'd like to hold something, but this is fine. My sister Dorielle is in the audience. We are sisters and business partners, and this is our business. We're happy to tell you about it today. So we had a gentleman sitting behind us who was just talking about kids, little kids, middle school, elementary school age. So some of you that have little kids might know what it feels like at dinner time when your picky eater does this.
High school kids.
High school kids too? Come on, man. So our issue is how would it feel for veggies at mealtime to look like this instead? So this is the solution that my sister and I created many years ago when her kids were little. They're 15 and 13 now, I can't even believe. But our product is Easy Peasy Veggie Blends. I brought some samples for you guys, so we'll pass them around in a little bit. Tasty combinations of dried and ground vegetable powders that you can use to veggie up any meal, snack, or smoothie. So you can just sprinkle it on their yogurt, on their applesauce, mix it in the smoothies, put it in your soups. So the problem that we solve is that veggies are a struggle for most families, and most of us in the States at least don't eat enough vegetables. 90% of American families don't eat enough vegetables, so don't even get me started on the high school kids and the adults too, but our focus was initially on kids. When kids don't eat their veggies, families feel frustrated and stressed out. So our solution was to do something easy, something portable, something shelf-stable. So we think that our product is the best way to add real veggie nutrition to any meal, snack, or smoothie. And then parents can rest assured at mealtime that their kids are getting veggie nutrition without the veggie fight. This is our value proposition for families. So our 4 main points are that starting the kids early on veggies and giving them repeated exposures sets healthy trends. And we know this is established in the pediatric literature that kids that learn to love veggies early eat more veggies over time and have better health outcomes in terms of their body adiposity, obesity, etc. Most American families spend about $1,500 a year on produce that goes wasted. So for families, we also propose to them that this is shelf-stable veggie nutrition. It's veggies that can hang out in your pantry. You know, we're all Floridians, so this is hurricane season, veggies that will last through hurricane season. Portable, wholesome, shelf-stable veggie nutrition. For most of our kids, so veggie servings for kids vary based on the age and the size of the kid. But for most of our families, for less than $1 per serving, kids can get their veggies in and parents don't have to worry. And again, parents are can rest assured. These are some of our competitors in the market. So we love this slide. We created this slide, I think, probably in the first couple years of our business when we were developing our brand DNA, as one of our PR people used to call it. So our product is up there in that upper right quadrant, and we're pretty proud that even still we have a couple of new competitors in the market, but we're still the only ones that are pure veggies and also convenient and fun. So you can get your whole veggies in, but it's time consuming and not fun, or you can get a lot of these other products at the bottom that have additives, allergens, fruits, and our focus is really for kids to get the veggie flavors. These are a few of our reviews. And if you scan that QR code, it will take you to a couple of our reviews on our website and on Amazon as well. We have over 1,000 reviews on Amazon at this point. I'll come back to this as well. So our market opportunity. We know that our product, the cost of our product puts us more at the level of families that are at or above the median income. So we're focused on mostly families, households in the United States that are at that level. So 25.5 U.S. households are at or above the median income and have kids that are under 10. We did a consumer study in the third year of our business where we sampled out our product to over 300 families across the United States that had never heard of it, never seen it, didn't know what to do with it. And we had very high acceptance rate and popularity with that populations. So we think that about 70% of families that get exposure to our product would be interested in it. And then within that 18 million people, households in the United States, we think that at least half of those families can be our market share. And that's based on the other products that are available in the market currently that, of course, we think we're better than. So primarily now we are a B2C business. We sell directly to consumers primarily on Amazon. We are trying like heck to get our customers over to our website as well. It's very difficult, but we're working on it. We fund the business through our own owner investments and reinvesting profits. We also have a line of credit now with Wells Fargo. We've had 6-figure annual sales since 2022 with room to grow, and we think we can build this business up to be pretty amazing. So this is me and my sister. She's right there. So I'm a pediatrician, she's an engineer, and a mom of two. I'm a mom of a half. And in addition to our life experiences and work experiences, we have been doing this for 10 years now. We just came out of our farmers markets in 2021, so we spent the first 4 or 5 years of our business really doing proof of concept and around here at the Sanford's Farmers Market and Winter Park, Winter Garden Farmers Market, and then in South Florida as well. But we have established relationships with suppliers. We have good rapport with chefs, feeding specialists, and other pediatricians. So we're ready. We think we have everything that we need. We're ready to scale. Thank you for your time. And then I'll leave this slide up for questions. And those 2 QR codes that we had up there are on this slide as well.
All right, perfectamundo.
Oh, thank you so much. This is amazing. Two for two today.
Okay, all right. I'll take it.
This is easy for me. I'm in this
Easy peasy?
business for the last 6 decades. I know inside out.
Okay.
Have you tried to reach Whole Food? Why not?
Why not?
What about Costco?
We're ready.
Do you have the operational capability?
We have. We are currently, we produce at the smallest level that we can, but our supplier and our commercial kitchen can easily scale up 5x, 10x. So we can handle big accounts.
I want to talk to you about it. Okay?
Yes, sir. Those are the samples. You can just take one and I'll pass them on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's easy. If you can get into Costco, you'll be printing money.
Oh, we love printing money.
Same thing with Whole Food. Same thing with Whole Food. You don't have to go too far.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk. I want to talk to you, both of you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Quickly back here.
I don't have questions.
I'm nearly 80 years old and I have a terrible time eating vegetables. Is there a flavor enhancement to this, or does it actually take on the flavor of what you're actually eating?
So we describe it to our families that it's like salt. So if you add a little bit, you'll barely taste it. If you add a lot, you'll taste it a lot. So we actually have 3 different flavors. The one that we're sampling right there is carrots, peas, beets, and sweet potatoes. That's actually naturally sweet because of the beets. And I actually use that one as a sugar substitute in my coffee and tea. But every blend, of the 3 blends has a different flavor to it. And I usually tell families or adults too, if you're a picky eater, start low and work your way up. Because our goal is to get them used to the flavor and the smell of the vegetable, but at the same time, they can get the veggie nutrition in the meantime. But it does have a flavor, but you can kind of mask it if you just put a little bit, but you'll taste it the more you add.
Okay, go ahead.
So kind of 2 ideas for expansion. 'Cause
Yay.
right now you're really just looking at kids, which is a great way to start, kids and
Okay.
families. But everyone needs veggies, right? So I myself, I'm a Marine, and sometimes we get on the field for a week, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, all we're eating is MREs, right? So maybe like a portable version.
I love it.
And also, or maybe a version that's not geared towards families and kids, but maybe towards athletes or something. Or you don't even have to really change what's inside of it, right? You just change the packaging.
Yes.
To like gear, because it's really a kids company in a way, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like an athlete's gonna be like, oh, easy peasy, I'm grabbing that. So maybe like change what the packaging looks like.
I love
You don't have
that.
to change ingredients, maybe some electrolytes or something in it, but like then add it more, just a different packaging for athletes or for like a more, travel size one for people who are going out camping or military and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
I was just curious, do you have different formulas, or is it just one packet? Or, and also I'm kind of curious, is it just ground and dehydrated, or is it freeze-dried, or?
Yeah, excellent. So we have 3 different, here we go, 3 different flavors to answer your first question. So our original blend is carrots, peas, and sweet potatoes. And then our green blend was the second one we brought to market. It's carrots, peas, sweet potatoes, kale, and spinach. And then our third blend, the one that I passed around the samples for, and we weren't expecting so many people, so hopefully there's enough samples. But if you want a sample and you didn't get one, just take our contact info. It's in that white bag right there.
It's empty.
Last one.
Oh, darn. Okay. Yeah, we'll take we'll mail it out to you. That's not a problem. So the one that we're sampling right there is carrots, peas, beets, and sweet potatoes. And then your second question again was, how we process it. Yeah, so dried and ground. So I always tell family, my friends that know me know that I don't cook very much, actually. And so I tell them that I know this is an easy situation because I used to make this at home for my sister's kids before we scaled up and became a business where we were selling outside of our home. So I literally was with my dehydrator and my mortar and pestle. So we dry it and we grind it. We don't do any lab modifications, nothing freeze-dried, nothing. There's nothing wrong with freeze-dried veggies, but it's just another step. We wanted this to feel really natural to families and feel really simple. And we wanted to, when we scaled up our recipes for our co-packer kitchen, we wanted to emulate as close as to what we were doing in our own kitchen at home before we started selling to families. Yeah.
So I learned one thing when I stepped in from working with small businesses to going to work with a scaling business.
Okay.
And one comment that the CEO made to me was, there's a lot of ways to make money. What's the easiest? Okay, right now you're on Amazon.
Yeah.
And are you paying for ads?
Yes, on Amazon we
Okay.
do.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your ad spend right now on Amazon?
I want to say, Dorielle, maybe $1,500 a month.
Okay. $1,500 to $2,000 a month? Okay, so trying to bring people over to your website, what I see is you are a video play.
Okay.
Okay, I'm also a fan of Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
No.
But it's, you guys have the opportunity to take your product and create some very creative videos with it. Okay. And it's only gonna take, post all the time, daily, and I know that takes work because you're both, full-time people. But if you were to take that and take, because you don't have a lot, your ad spend's not very big.
Okay.
And so if you were to take and get some videos out there that show some very creative ways and really get creative, throw humor in it, throw all kinds of things in it. There are companies out there, Gary Vaynerchuk says, well, we did an ad with Miralax. They were 400,000th product on Amazon. And they went and got 15 million views on a video and they went up to 1,000 and something.
Wow.
Rank on Amazon. It does not take a lot.
Okay.
And instead of working, what I would do if I were in your shoes is I would work on the advertising with just organic. So there's no extra cost out of pocket. Organic videos on TikTok, on Instagram. Really, you're an Instagram play and what I look at because that's where the millennials are.
Yes, and TikTok.
And then you're going to be, you get out there, you have 1 or 2 go viral, and then that's going to increase your revenue so that you can afford more advertising.
Amen.
So, and then you take your organic posts that are successful and you turn those into ads.
Into ads. Awesome.
So,
Thank you.
Can reduce your CAC.
So to,
Reduce CSC CAC. Can you reduce your
cost per click.
acquisition?
Customer acquisition.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can. Yeah, with that.
Videos is easy peasy.
I see what you did there.
So,
Strong work.
other ideas, but to piggyback off of that, if you don't have a lot of time, find a content creator in the food space that's willing to use their product in their
Yeah.
popularity already, like a local chef.
I love that.
Right? Somebody who's saying, I'm cooking for kids, I found this new product,
Yeah.
they sent it to me for free, I thought we'd try it out, let's see how it is.
Yep.
Do you have a brick and mortar retail strategy? Is that part of your plan?
Not currently. I'm
Okay.
kind of piggybacking on what our last colleague said. Our goal, because we've been so far building some success in the Amazon and e-commerce space, was to kind of see how much we can do with that. And then, of course, now we have our new friend who is going to give us a potential brick and mortar contact. But I mean, it is a kind of a different beast to manage shelf space, and we know.
Shopify?
We're ready for it. Yeah, we run through Shopify.
Yeah, so I mean, because obviously Publix locally would be
Yes.
somebody to talk to, right? They're headquartered right here.
That's a really low margin, though. Your e-com and Amazon are much higher margins. And so I would not go brick and mortar for a long period of time, because you can make a lot more money off of e-com in both Amazon and your own Shopify site.
Fair. Okay, so, and then maybe this is a question for you too. What about not fighting the system and potentially turning this into a food additive for companies that aren't putting veggies in their food already? And then selling it wholesale to them.
Or kind of like a white label kind of thing.
like white label it and say anybody can put veggies in their food now because we made it where you could.
We're not opposed to that. We don't
then
have any contacts yet.
I did have a quick question from the pediatrician side.
Yeah.
Does the processing of the veggies diminish the value of eating the veggies?
Yeah. So anytime you cook a vegetable, so even if you, let's say, cook it on your stovetop or broil it, any water will pull out water-soluble your vitamins. So your fat-soluble vitamins, your A, D, E, and K, and your B12 will remain. Your water-soluble vitamins, you lose about 10% with any cooking, aside from just dehydrating. So it's similar to the process of cooking. If you eat the raw vegetable, you'll get everything. If you cook the vegetable, then you lose about 10% of your water-soluble nutrients.
And do you cook yours?
We dehydrate.
Okay, so you don't do any cooking at all?
It cooks because it raises it to a temperature about 165, 170.
Okay.
So let's say for raw product consumers, for example, a lot of raw product consumers only consume products that are only at the less than that, 150 at the most. So we're not, for people that are in the raw product space, we're not a raw product, but the dehydrator does heat to about 165, 170.
I don't think it's particularly that much of a challenge. And in fact, you might be able to counter market, just like you did against the additive folks. There seems to be a lot of fake healthy products out there that
So many.
This is a cookie that we put veggies in, and we put in so little that it doesn't matter, but we can say there's veggies in it, right?
Yeah.
I think you potentially could counter position yourself against that trend and say we're real veggies that will actually help you.
I love it.
Good idea. All right, so what can we, as the Orlando community of 1 million cups, do to help you?
Thank you. So I think, honestly, you guys have already done it for us. So we're looking for that social media content that this gentleman was talking about in terms of getting more videos. My sister and I are not very fun. So we're all...
You will
You were going to say that.
anyone else.
Okay. So we need the encouragement.
But with that, don't reinvent the wheel. Like literally go online, find other people that are doing the things that you want to do, and
Copy them.
Copy them. I mean, don't do it in a way where you get sued. Just say, oh, here's a video about making cookies with vegetables. Everybody loved it. Let's make some cookies with vegetables.
Okay. I support that. I support that.
And if you want
Thank you.
somebody to have some fun, and Bob right there is great at helping with that kind of stuff, and he's a juggler, and he might throw something in there fun for you to do.
I love it. I'm just going to grab my water. Thank you guys
That
very
was
much.
pretty awesome, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go through this real quick. Okay, thank you. So we have, these are our sponsors that help make this a reality. This is a full, truly nonprofit, a no-profit company. Everything is all done on a volunteer basis. And these are just some of the companies that we work with that help provide the services and products. These are some of the others. As you see, Kuykendall, Orlandopreneur, Driven Digital, Stoic Dan, John Swanson back here who's visiting, and myself with Legal Shield and the LFAT agency. So we meet every Wednesday. The great thing about 1 Million Cups, wherever you are in any time zone, they meet at 9 o'clock in that time zone. So look around in the city. They have chapters over in Tampa and Claremont and Eustis and Daytona and all around. So it's a great way to get in when you're traveling around and help. These are some of the organizers here. Everybody raise your hand with organizing if you're there. So if you have questions or anything about presenting or sharing, just come see one of us after. I want to take a quick second too. I just want to recognize a couple people in here. So our friend Little Bob is just published a new book that's out. Yeah, that's Little Bob. And then I have my friends Carolina and Oliver back here, who have they have been on this whirlwind tour with their product. She just spent a week in New York. She met some of the top buyers around the country at a food show. Is the first shipment coming in still in September? Still, their first pallet is coming in September, so they're going to be going out live. I am so proud of what these two have done. So, and the great thing is, and this is a great resource for all of you, is the Entrepreneur Center down off from 50 at the Fashion Square Mall. And then one of the things we're able to help them with was introduce them to Roger at the International Trade Desk, where they help import and export. And he made some great contacts, and he's still helping us with some different things. So take advantage of those things, and if you need some introductions, please, we'll help you. So make sure you connect with one another. As we mentioned, this is a great way to get to know and meet people. So you guys need to meet Bob. I would have a conversation with Carolina and Oliver, okay? Because you're kind of in the same space, all right? And they, I'm sure, can point you to some things you should know. So attend, apply, prepare, and present. It's a great thing about being here. So you can come be butts in seats, but I highly recommend that you share your service or product, all right? And you can be, technically it's supposed to be 5 years or less, but if you're adding a new service or you're adding a new product or you're doing something to change and you want some guidance and help, then by all means, prepare. And if you question about that, ask one of us as the sponsors, and we'll be able to help you. Part of the organization committee will be able to help you with all of that stuff. So why present? Because you get exposure with marketing and brand awareness. That's the biggest thing you can do. It gives you practice, and you get some growth and feedback. You also have you can create strategic partnerships, hiring and retaining talent, and then, of course, networking experience. And if you want to present or additional information, go right here to our website, and you'll be able to sign up there to present, and we can answer a lot of questions and things that you might need in helping with you run your business. So your closing thought, I didn't change this, did I? I had this last week. Do the thing you fear the most, and the death of fear is certain, with Mark Twain. So I put that up there in case you couldn't sign in before. Sign in, go have a productive week, kick some butt, turn your business into where you want it to be and what you want to do with it. So thank you all for coming.